Well, good morning and welcome to the LBJ Grasslands outside of Decatur, Texas. Very interesting exercise today. OneTigris, the manufacturer of this individual first aid kit pouch, contacted me, wanted to send me a product, asked for a review. If you've seen any videos on the channel, you know what my typical response is. If it is a review you want, a review you shall have. And so here we are. I've loaded the kit up, taken it out in a couple very simple exercises. Nothing that really stressed the pack out at all. Today, it's all about stress tests. So I'm going to take it out in the middle of the Texas summer, simulate using the pack. We'll see how it performs. But first, let's take a quick up-close look at the product. All right, here it is, up close and personal. I have average size hands. That should give you a comparison. Good, solid, sturdy construction. I have attached this to a variety of gear. This is a relatively new pack, so I'm going to see how it works in this loadout, but it seems to stay on pretty well. Oh, you don't believe it? Well, let's find out. Yep, still on. Room for medical shears, tourniquet. Easy one-handed operation. You can see even with some abuse, everything is staying in place. Now, except for one thing that popped out, that was just sitting up here free. I kind of expected that. One thing I'll point out is that if this is sitting on the ground, let's say you've taken your pack off, you're accessing your gear, then this spot right here is a little difficult to access. So you either want to consider leaving this empty or something that's very infrequently used. Now I've got this loaded up with an emphasis on gauze, treating bleeds. I really wanted to push this back pocket out, kind of stress it. You can see I kind of practice what I preach. I've got a bit of my night kit here, way to make fire, backup flashlight. I also have additional night operation gear inside my pack, as well as other med gear, Israeli bandage in a pocket, SWAT tee in a back pocket. I'll go through all of this in more detail when we finish the exercise. What I want to do now is get the pack on, get this out, wear it for a while, practice access to gear, and let's just see how this holds up. And then I'll take everything out when I get back and show you how you can potentially load this up. I did want to show you one thing very quickly before we get started regarding the zippers. It does take just a little bit of effort. It's very easy to get to about right here. You will need to have that extra effort to make sure you get it pulled all the way back, and then you want to take this loop and set it back here. The reason is I don't want to have it free and then be moving around, getting caught in here, and then I need fast access to my shears, and my finger gets caught up in here or something like that. Then you want to make sure that this is really pressed good and tight, velcroed together, very solid, and that will help against foreign object ingress. And then you just grab here, pull up first, then out and around. And of course you'll notice the additional gear storage capability right here. This is great in case I need to load this up for something very mission specific. My use case for most gear is night wilderness search and rescue, and so I may have this kit loaded out one way one night and quite a bit different the next time I go out. All right, let's get kitted out and get out there and see how this works. Mark start time, and here we go. And here's Cottonwood Lake, probably the most scenic stop on today's adventure. Time update. If your pack will sit on the side, which is kind of hard for me to do since I've got a water bottle on the other side, you can open your med kit like this and have a little bit better access. Everything is carrying well. We've had minimal shifting. Of course, I've had minimal pack shifting as well. One-handing this is a little tricky. You can see anything free there may fall out. You want to get it started and then pull up. Takes a little bit practice. Take my free item that keeps falling out, put it back there, and then work it shut. All right, time to keep going. Earlier, and I'm pretty sure you know what that is. And I'm not sure if that was placed there or if that's where Mr. Snake did his business. Here is our time update, and here is end of the road. Well, figuratively speaking, this is one of the entrances to the grasslands. I came from that direction, and I'm going to head back to the truck now. So far, so good. There's the time, and there's the truck. Easier walk back, fewer stops downhill. I'd like to extend this exercise out a bit more though, so I think what I'm going to do is head on down the road here and then into the Tawdra campground. I'll post up after some exploration at the picnic area and then do a wrap up. No final time update. It took me about 15 minutes to get here. Then I spent about half an hour talking to another couple. Of course, I've cleaned everything up and sanitized it from the early stress test. I've gone ahead and spread some of the contents of the kit out here. I did want to kind of load up on gauze. I just started grabbing things and stuffing it in here and tried to really stuff the pack out. I think you can really load it up pretty much any way you want. So got a lot of stuff here. Another way to make fire, backup flashlight. This is just part of my general night kit. Overall, it attaches very well, holds very well, carries very well. Access is pretty decent, one-handing you're going to have to practice a bit. But for the price and for the features and for the amount of gear that I can carry, I think I'm going to continue using it. It gives me a bit more capacity than what I was using before. If you'd like to see me maybe stuff some other type of gear in, see how that fits, leave a comment. I'll see what I can do. And as always, until the next review, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching the video.